Hey everyone, welcome back to the Twitch stage here, live from day 2 of Gamescom 2016. And I'm super excited, super hype, obviously joined by Jose on the couch. And we've got Sean here, who's going to be showing off Madden NFL 17. And as a huge NFL fan, we both are, I'm really excited to find out some of the features about this year's game. This just came out today on EA Access, and is going to be released next week for everyone else.
Yeah, so if you're an Xbox One player, you have EA Access. If you don't have it, go and get it. You can get an early download, get it in right now. If not, you can buy the game on Tuesday of next week. So We're excited it's out there.
And I'm actually going to play and actually show off my attempts at skills. I'm a Bears fan. We're playing as the Bears, and I've got to start off with the first question.
Yeah.
Why does Jay Cutler get totally shafted every year with the ratings?
You watch the Bears play, right?
I do watch the Bears play. You try with 8 different offensive coordinators in 9 years, wherever it's been.
Listen, he's got the talent around him this year.
He does.
So of all years to get a high rating, I think this is his year, right? But he's been a little too inconsistent in the last couple of years to get that upper echelon.
He had his best season ever last season.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have that gusto that he had when he was with the Broncos.
Oh, come on now. You're just triggering me.
I think it's a bit of a homer pick.
Yeah.
There we go. Stop
So
the run.
looking at something like that, you guys have made some improvements to the run game.
Yeah. It's one of the big focuses this year is to try to make the run game deep for somebody that plays a lot of Madden, that's been around for a couple of years, and fun for somebody that's new to the franchise. I mean, that's one of the things that we struggle with every year. We've got millions of players that come in, some that have been playing for 15, 20 years, and some that are brand new, like my 10-year-old son, and we got to develop an experience that's good for both of them. So in the run game, we're playing on Pro right now. We have 4 skill levels. On the Pro skill level, we are going to pick the right move for you. So you can actually just run the ball. You don't have to spin, juke, or make any of the moves. You don't have to know those mechanics, and we'll actually select it for you.
Oh dear!
Like that.
Oh dear! There we go.
On that run right there, you're actually seeing some of the moves in the game, some of the new animations that we've captured.
Yeah, that's why I did that. I deliberately let the tackle go so you could see some of the animations, of course.
Thank you for making the game look good.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
If you could do a little bit more of that, we'd really appreciate it.
Well, someone's got to make Colin Kaepernick look good, don't they? Because he's not going to do it himself. So
Get the ball to your playmakers out there.
But I like it. Looks like the special moves themselves are a little bit tighter, and they have a little bit more fluidity to them.
Yeah, some of them are going to actually even be a little bit slower based on which move you go after. We've got tiered-based special moves specific to the player that you're running with.
There we go.
So an Adrian Peterson's going to have different moves than, say, a Doug Martin. Yeah.
The unstoppable stiff arm.
Exactly.
Not for you, not today. Adrian Peterson,
Exactly.
touchdown.
And then Doug Martin, of course, will be juking all over the field this year, just like you will in Madden as well. Now, you're playing on defense. I know you said earlier that sometimes you struggle with
defense. Yeah, I'm someone who's been watching NFL for a long time. It's quite rare in England. It's still quite a niche sport, but defensive scheming is incredibly complicated, and knowing the adjustments and the line, it's something I've always tried to, especially as a Bears fan, I kind of stick to cover 2. Like it does its job. Bend don't break. That Bears philosophy is what I like to
the
do.
Lovie Smith. Left behind there.
Yeah, man.
Well, cover 2 is going to be risky as you get deeper down the field here.
Indeed.
If these guys are in the red zone or certainly in the 10-yard line, cover 2, you're probably going to get burned on. If you back out one level here and see that run pass counters, that's something we just introduced this year. It essentially allows you to just defend the run or defend the pass. I mean, think Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
20 years. That's how we defend it. It's like, I know he's going to run. I'm going to defend the run. So it's kind of a throwback.
Bo Jackson.
Stop Bo Jackson, which you could not do, no matter what.
Oh, change the camera. One mistake
Look at
there.
you in the broadcast camera.
He wants to see the Niners.
No.
Wow.
Oh, get him out of bounds. There we go.
Terrible, G. But you guys also, within some of the other modes, not just the gameplay modes itself, you made some vast improvements in there as well.
Yeah, another big area of focus was on our franchise mode this year. Franchise, obviously one of our most played modes. Franchise was first introduced in a sports title in Madden back in the 90s. It's something that our fans ask for a lot. So we've done a bunch of fan requests in the mode. Probably the biggest thing that's getting talked about, because our reviews are starting to roll in, is this new idea called Play the Moments.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with quick counts in
Yeah.
MLB The Show? Sometimes you just don't have the time to spend 40 minutes with the game. You got to get out to dinner with your friends or something like that. With Play the Moments in franchise, you can actually just play the most exciting moments of the game. It's almost like the Red Zone channel.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, so you get dropped in on the big third downs, you get dropped in on a game-winning drive, and you can get through a game in franchise in say 15 or 20 minutes versus 45 minutes. So we're seeing a lot of love for that in the reviews that are coming out so far.
And there's also you revamped the announce team, and we're going to see updates.
Yeah. Absolutely.
In the announcing.
Need to stop.
I gotta say, it's a weird one to get excited about, because when you talk about video games and you ask fans what they want, commentary is not the thing that they go to. But I got to say, I feel like we have done a profound game-changing move with our new commentary team. These guys, not as well known. You know, they're not Jim Nantz and Phil Simms, but they're young, hungry up-and-comers that are in the industry, and they are basically part of the dev team. They're literally recording with us every single week. We went from roughly 40 hours of recording a year to hundreds. Nice. And you asked about the live content update. We actually just delivered our first live content update today to coincide with EA Access. So we can update the game without a patch. So that's pretty cool. We're really
It's quite exciting to have them on the dev team. That means it's it's not the game and the commentary. They're actually coming together like in some awesome symbiosis.
Yep, absolutely. Awesome. And they just got good chemistry. Charles Davis actually lives in Orlando. He's an NFL Fox broadcaster, but he actually lives down the street from us. That worked out nicely, obviously. And then Brandon was in Atlanta, and he was flying down every week to spend time with us in the studio.
Nice stop. Too bad that
I did, but I was offside Lamar Houston. I tried to get on the outside, tried to jump the... Yeah, I know. Yeah, yes.
Can't fall for
that cadence, man.
And number 50 needs to act like he's been there. He was a little too excited. There was a penalty on the play.
Yeah, you tell him John Fox.
John Fox is not happy.
He's not.
You know, going back to the fact that you're going to be updating the audio, obviously Madden is a game that people they're not just going to play one game. They're going to play seasons and seasons of games. So having that added element of new commentary just showing up in the game, that's got to keep the gameplay fresh and feel exciting every time you play. Touchdown!
Do you want to try and do a better job, maybe, Jose?
See what you got here. Yeah, I mean, we all play with our favorite team, so you've got a quarterback run out every game, right? Your quarterback comes on the field and you say some commentary about the player. You're going to hear that a number of times. But with the live content update system, we can actually refresh that. So we can tell real-world stories that are going on and make you hear something new, frankly, every couple of weeks when you're playing with your favorite team. We can talk about pop culture and things like that are going on in the Olympics. Like we have a reference to the USA Olympics, some of the swimmers that just actually got introduced in the live content update this week.
And that really increases the immersion. One of the great things I love about NFL coverage is just how well it is covered. The camera angles. Some people in England complain about the breaks, and it's an hour long. It takes 4 hours, but I love that opportunity it gives for more coverage. To tell the story of the game and to notice things you might not have noticed, and to see that in Madden come through is going to make it a more integral experience as I try and spit that out.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's a blessing and a curse for us that our game is a start and stop game. The curse is that everybody plays at a different speed. Some people like to watch all the presentation and listen to all the commentary. Some people button through.
Yeah.
So you've got to actually design for both of those scenarios. The blessing side of it is to your point, we can actually stop and do really cool cameras and get dialed into our players and show off all the cool details that our artists are. So did you do that, or was that an auto move?
I pressed right trigger.
Okay, so that was an auto move.
Auto move.
So that's one of the auto moves I was talking about, where you don't have to be an expert. If we see a threat, in that case, it did a spin move.
It's that dominant 49.
I'm going to let Jay Cutler throw the ball. Hopefully, he's not going to throw a pick.
This isn't going to end well.
This is going to be fine. Jay Cutler's the man.
Let's see if he get his rating up right here. Play action. Man open.
There we go. Jeffrey, safe hands.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Great stuff.
That was a nice catch.
I think that will bump him up to at least a 79.
You're hurting me. You're hurting.
Even as you're playing through a season, and if you play better, your players will also proceed to play better.
They will absolutely progress, yeah. If you're playing as a coach or an owner in franchise as well, you can control where XP is going. So if you want to make Jay Cutler get to a 90.
I want to get Jay Cutler to where he should be. The most Jay Cutler, MVP 2016. I'm calling it now. You can quote me on that.
That's
people are going to be scoffing.
Those are big cleats to fill. There's nothing. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, hopefully Langford can step up to
new running back.
Yeah.
3 attempts, 101. He's having a solid day on the ground, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I broke one off earlier before we were just testing before the start of the stream. No one saw that though.
The one time the cameras are rolling.
It had to happen. I think I've got to try and go deep here. I think.
Now, if you get it in a kicking situation, we've overhauled special teams as well. Yeah. Special teams is an area that frankly hasn't been touched in Madden in a decade or more. When was the last time either of you blocked a kick in Madden? Have you ever blocked a kick in Madden?
I don't think I have.
So we've introduced the mechanic to allow you to do that.
I've had my blocks kicked in Madden
there you go.
already.
Well, now you'll have a chance to do it yourself. I mean, of course, it's got to be controlled in a way that it's not an exploit. You don't want to break the game or break the authenticity. But
Like-
it's just cool, fun new mechanic on special teams.
And it's out now today on EA Access, so if you're on Xbox, you're able to play it a week early.
Yeah.
For 10 hours, I think it is.
10 hours of the
and
game,
then
yeah.
next week it's going to be out for both systems to play as much as you want.
Absolutely.
Are there any other features we've not mentioned today you'd like to maybe let people know about?
We didn't talk about Ultimate Team at all, but Ultimate Team's got a lot of changes. I'll say this. Yesterday we did a 17-hour live stream on Twitch.
Nice.
So it's archived, so if you want all the deep details of this year's game, we've got all of our guys back at the Tiburon studio in Orlando telling you everything you could ever want to know about Madden, so go check out that archive.
I'm going to be
video
streaming
on
it when
Twitch.
I get home.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm going to do.
There you go.
And, obviously people know about Madden, but if they want to find out more information, is there a website or a Twitter they should head up to?
EASports.com, and then just select the Madden. You'll find there's tons of blogs that we put out this year as well. So there's a lot of great content out right now with the game coming out on Tuesday.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. And again, thank you everyone for joining us so far. We've still got loads more coverage here from the Twitch booth on day 2 of Gamescom 2016. And don't forget, Jay Cutler, MVP 2016.